Okay, hi you guys. I'm here recording my signature makeup look. This is something that I do like every once in a while. This is my makeup look, so just stay tuned to watch the video and you can get the deets.
This is for me. This is the kisses for me. She like hit it for me. She like ooh, she like ooh. You get my self-esteem. She like hit it for me.
I'm finally gonna like go into like my makeup routine because I feel like a lot of people like ask me, and I've just been so. Actually, I recorded this video, but when I recorded this video, my entire room was blue. And it looked crazy, so I was like, oh, I can't post that. So it took me like 2 months to redo my whole room. If you need to paint your room, I completely advise you hiring someone, because painting this myself was literally like a nightmare. 0 out of 10. Okay. But first, what I'm gonna start off with is just my lotion, like my face cream. I use this. I got this from TJ Maxx. My friend used to use it and I was like so obsessed with it because it hydrated my skin so well. So this is what I use to moisturize right after I wash my face with La Roche-Posay. And I just put that all over my face. Okay, and then get your lids too. Girls, I do my eyebrows first. And for my eyebrows, I use Anastasia Beverly Hills. Right now, I'm using the Brow Wiz. Move out the way. And I usually use the chocolate shade, but I've kind of been obsessed with dark brows. So I've been using, so I just go in and I kind of just start at the bottom. I start in the middle of the brow because the front, you don't want the front to be too dark. So I start in the middle of the brow and I just fill that in. And then from like the middle to the end, I fill in the front part with a different shade so it doesn't look too like too scary.
Then we go with the second eyebrow. Starting from the middle.
And then for the front of my brows, I like to use NYX brow tint brown. So it's kind of like one of these little cute things, and I just
fill it in.
see how it doesn't look too scary, but I can still achieve like my dark brows. Now I kind of take my like eyebrow brush and I just brush it together. This looks like a tinted brow. Yes, this is good. Yes. My brows first, and then I'll do primer next. So for the concealer that I'm gonna use to clean up my brows, I'm gonna use shade 10 from Juvias Place. Okay, I found my brush. So I have my definer brush from Real Techniques. It's brush 313, and I'm gonna go ahead and use that to finish cleaning up my brows. And I don't know, I feel like I like to use a shade a little bit like lighter than me when I clean up my brows. So I just dapped it on my wrist, and this is the shade. I hope you guys can see that. Like, let me see. There it goes. All right, that's the shade. And then this is my definer brush. I like this brush. I just bought these because I was like, oh, I'm gonna start doing eyeshadow. Because I realized that eyeshadow's coming back like low key. And when you clean up your brows, you're just gonna go like right under it. Like, I remember in 2016, we used to like clean up the top and the bottom. Look how perfect this brush is, bro. Like, oh my god. And I'm obviously gonna blend that out. Just so it doesn't look crazy, but this is how they look right now. So I'm gonna take one of my like random brushes from BS Mall. This is from Amazon. And I have no issue with BS Mall, but I feel like Real Technique brushes just last longer. I prefer them. And when I got my BS Mall brushes, my friends would always have my brushes and we all have the same brushes, so it would just be a mess. So to clear the confusion, I just make sure I have like specific brushes that I take when I get ready with them, because I know they're not stealing, things get mixed up, but I don't want myself to get mixed up because I be needing like the brushes. Like, okay, for my primers, I use these two. Okay, so I have oily skin, you guys. I have oily skin, and for the longest time I've been trying to like figure out what can I do like when I want to like go out, like what's gonna work, like what's gonna work. So a couple weeks ago, I want to say in
September, I bought the one size one and it was great. I went to my friend's party, lasted all night. Okay, as time went on, I used it another time and my makeup started to separate like down here, and I was just like, oh, okay. So I went on TikTok actually the same week that I bought this, and someone had posted NYX Glue, and I was like, girl, like, why would you post this after I already spent $34 on this? Like, you could have let me know, because this is only $9. So I ended up buying this like finally like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I used it and I was like, my makeup lasts all day, but it still looked a little like oily towards the end of the day. I have really, really oily skin, and the funny thing is, the only part of my skin that's really oily is my face. Lucky me, right? So I was like, one day, I went out with my friend, and I was like, let me mix it. And that's when I took these pictures.
because I ate so bad, y'all. Let me show y'all the pictures. Oh, I look kind of crazy, but zoom. When I took this picture, I used this combo, you guys. So let me show you how I do it. Okay, so first things first is I'm gonna go in with my NYX, the face glue. And as you can see, I was trying to shake this to get this ready because this needs to be shaken before you use it. So I'm gonna go ahead with the NYX, the face glue. This, holy grail, I'm not kidding. Look how it comes, look. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on.
Rub that in. Don't forget to... Okay. And I let this sit in for about 3 minutes. With that in my hair, oh well. So this is just... Let this sit in my face for 3 minutes. Okay, and I'll be back when it's time for the second application.
Okay, now that this is dried, I'm gonna go ahead with my one size and make sure you shake this like really well, because Lord, it'll save you. And what this does basically is it dries out my skin because I have such oily skin, and it makes my makeup like last all day. I know a lot of people try to focus on like setting sprays. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, setting sprays are not like the biggest part. The biggest part is the primer, like what's going on, like that's gonna make your makeup stick. Like you can use any setting spray, like that shit don't really matter. Like everyone would gas Urban Decay, they would gas like Charlotte Tilbury, and yeah, I use those things, but I realized ultimately like it wasn't the setting spray. Like it's working with everyone else, it's my primer. So I've shaken this, and here's how it looks. It's really cute, and I'm not gonna lie, you kind of have to move quick.
And this one, you only have to express on your face for about 3 minutes, so after the 3 minutes is up, I will be back.
Here's how it dries. Hear me out. I know I look crazy, but this madness will have your makeup on from top of the morning to the end of the night. Bitch will be like, oh my god, your makeup looks so good. They don't know you have this makeup on from 10 a.m. You went to brunch, lunch, dinner, and then just got to the club. They don't know. Foundation, Haus Labs, Lady Gaga. She did the biggest one with this. I have like oily skin, and this is kind of oily, but I don't care. This is the best product out right now. Like, this is my brush. It's a foundation brush. I've had it for so long. If I find the name, I will link it in the description, but I've had this for so long. Like, look at this. The handle's like, do you guys like my nails? I worked this whole week. Every single person has been like, oh my god, you almost killed me with those nails. Like, shut up. Shut up, bro. Like, I'm tired of hearing that joke, bro. This is getting on my nerves.
I really hate people say that. Like, I feel like I love stiletto because it just sounds so cute. And they're like, how do you work with those nails? And I have to explain to them, like, stiletto nail shape is actually easier for me to work with because they're kind of like claws, like a cat. If I was to get like ballerina or coffin or like, I think I got taper square last time. I couldn't do nothing with taper square. Like, I was miserable. Like, I felt like I was in jail.
So I get stiletto all the time, and I love stiletto. And I know my nail tech, when she saw me like book like French tip, she was probably like, but honestly, like, it goes with what I have going on for the next month. That's why I booked it. Like, I feel so bad. I promise I'm gonna like do something else for her when I go to see her next month. And I don't have to go every 2 weeks because her nails last so long. When I go to see her next month, I'm gonna get something like, I think I'm gonna do like that leopard print. So, you know, because I feel so bad. Like, I seen her post one time, like, damn, I'm tired of doing French tip, but like, girl, like, your French tip is so good, you know? Okay, let me stop talking now. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on my thing. So this is a good amount. I am a foundation whore. I don't know about everyone else, but I love me some foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and do. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. 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 I'm definitely gonna need more, but I just wanted to look good for y'all. Make it seem like, oh, I used that much, just a little squirt, but I really got a big head. Keep blending. Look how, this is, she is so wonderful. How could a singer create a foundation this good? Oh my God. And I want to try other foundations, but the thing is, like, they don't have my shade. Like, and if you don't have my shade, I'm not one of those girls that's gonna be like, oh, where's my shade? If you don't have my shade, I'm just not shopping. That's between you and God. Like, seriously. Like, I hate when companies do that. Like, especially like multi-million-dollar companies. Like, you trying to tell me you didn't have the budget for my shade? Really? I use beauty blenders. I'm not a fan of beauty blenders. I don't think I've had one since like 2016. Well, I just lied like hell. 2020, and it's changed my makeup like for the best. Check me out. Check me out. Don't I look like a fucking, don't I look like an angel? Look at this. Look. Look. Oh my God. This is the best foundation. You guys need to go buy. And we're gonna go in with the concealer. So for my first round of concealer, I do 2 rounds of concealer. I have Chai by Born This Way Too Faced, and I have number 8 by Juvias Place. On the inside, I go ahead and I put Chai. That's so crazy. Yeah, that's so crazy. But then I take my like Juvias Place concealer, which is kind of like a cool tone, and I put it in the middle. It's like, it's darker. So
What you want to do is you kind of want to get, you want to have your concealers. This is 1 shade lighter than me. This is Toffee. I only use this for like natural makeup days, which I don't do. Anyways, Chai's 2 shades lighter than me. Number 8 from Juvias Place is, I want to say 1 shade, or maybe my exact shade, and this is kind of what I use to even it out. So you want to use a concealer 2 shades lighter than you. You want to use a concealer that's like 1 shade lighter than you to even it out. And I'm gonna let this dry for about 3 minutes, but before I let it dry, I use my Kimchi Stage Proof setting spray, and I spray it, look. And I let this dry for about 3 minutes, and I will be back when it dries. Welcome back! Okay. So, honestly, I just kind of let it dry out a little bit. The Juvias Place concealer is a little hydrating, so don't worry. I don't really worry about that drying too much because it's only so much to dry. And I go in with my favorite brush of all time. I'm spinning my brushes. Okay.
Brush 402 from Real Techniques is my favorite brush of all time. And I know this is a setting brush, but they don't know what they're talking about. This is the best concealer brush ever. So for the first part, I kind of start from the bottom and I just like blend that out. This is Sweet Berries from Juvias Place. I remember I put my friend onto it and I had went to her house and I was like, girl, what do you have on? You look so good. And she was like, girl, this is the blush you told me about. And I was like, oh my God. I don't even know. It's such a good blush. Okay. So I kind of take it and I kind of like clean it off here. And right here, like I just, and then I do it on the other side. I got this blush brush from Marshall's. I have one from Real Techniques, but this one kind of has more like density to it than this one from Real Techniques. So I use this one first and I use this for powder. So I'm gonna go ahead with my blush brush and I just kind of go in there. Oh my God, look at it, look at it. Okay, look. And I kind of just go in with this and I just go more. So with my bronzer, I use Espresso from Fenty Beauty, and I also use
I think I kind of just like tap it because it's kind of dark, so I just don't like, and then I do it on top of my forehead, so.
Then I take my brush 258 from Real Techniques. Girl, I love Real Techniques down. It's a flat contour brush and I kind of just like brush it up. I have like a round face, so I want everything to go up. Then, funny thing is, I brush my contour back. I used to brush it like down because I'm like, well, why would I brush it back? Like I want it to come down. And I did it like one time like back before and I was like, oh my God, like whoever came up with that, they know so much. Second round of concealer. Second round of concealer, I'm gonna go in with Butterscotch from Born This Way and number 10 from Juvias Place. Okay, inner and outer. And then I use my number 8, 10 from Juvias Place, just kind of to even it out. So. And I don't know if anyone else does this, but under my like contour line, I do concealer on the bottom of my face because one time I went out with my friends and I was like taking pictures and I was like, oh my God, yes, having so much fun. And I took a picture, you guys, and it was like my under eye was bright and the bottom of my face was just like a whole different shade. And I was just like, that's so embarrassing. Here's the picture that made me literally scream, you guys. My friend was like, hey, did you have the picture from last night? And I sent her what I wanted to send her. She didn't get the pictures where I looked crazy, okay? So what you're gonna do to avoid looking crazy and having to hold pictures hostage is you take your second concealer that you put in the middle. Like this is what I take, like, and I just kind of like do 1 2 3, do 1 2 3. Okay, okay, girl, you'll thank me later. Okay, like I looked crazy that day. My foundation. I'm gonna spray this while I wait for it to dry. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out.
No, 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 no. Starting from the bottom.
Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my nose contour, and I just take like a random slanted brush from VS Small, touch this a little bit, and I just
Go up the nose, bridge my nose.
I let it dry for a little bit, but here's how it all looks with all of my liquid stuff. And I just finished doing my nose for you guys. I don't like to do too much. I just kind of like to go. And then I just kind of do like a little circle right here.
The first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my pressed powder. No, I lied. Laura Mercier. I'm gonna go in with this powder, and I have my powder brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna kind of like set all the places that I have concealer. And this is the shade Translucent Medium Deep. So the first one I'm gonna go in with is my Translucent Laura Mercier. And I'm kind of just gonna like flip it because I'm kind of running out, but so after that, I go in with my Huda Beauty. And I love Huda Beauty so much. I have my Cherry Blossom Easy Bake, and this is kind of what I use to like brighten my under eye. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. And I use my powder puff for like under my eyes, but I do use a buffing brush for the rest of my face. Look. And I feel like the first time I used this, I was so in love. I was like, oh my god, like, it's like so, it smells so good to me. I know a lot of people don't like the scent, so she does sell like a new unscented one, but I love the scent. It reminds me of like baby powder. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in on top. Okay, and then for the bottom of my face, I have a buffing brush. This is the brush that you need. This is Ultra Buff Real Techniques 256.
Yes. Wait for yourself. Okay.
Morphe, this is like one of the only companies that had like my shades. And I'm gonna go in with my medium bronze, this bronzer, and then this bronzer, and I kind of mix it and I kind of just
blush brush, and I have this blush from Beverly. I love her so much. And this is in Summertime Wine. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna kind of like tap it.
You had your fears, you could let them all go. And most women are motivated, so I act accordingly. But this is so refreshing that it means a little more to me. Dedicating time when I really can't afford to be. I'll provide protection if you open.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put in a pressed powder.
Couple dates, couple I think that we're ready. Couple I think we should wait. Are we acting like a couple? I'm just trying to get it straight. Cause I'm over here convinced that it's too early for mistakes.
And then I'm gonna set with the Sage Proof from Kimchi, just to get this. I don't want to be too powdery. Dude, let me tell you guys why I put on so much powder. Okay, so as I said before, like I have oily skin. One time, friend were like
having a conversation, and well, we were arguing. We were not having a conversation, trying to sound classy. We were arguing, and we were going back and forth, and she was just like, she ended up calling me like an oily, and I was like, oh my god, I thought I was giving like glow lux, and she was like, no, you look like somebody throw a can of baby oil at you. So it's really important to put a lot of powder and then set it with the setting spray, so it kind of doesn't look too powdery.
For my lip combo, I'm gonna go around my mouth with this Huda Beauty setting powder. And look what happened, you guys.
I was planning on this being something worth mentioning. Energy invested in someone I saw potential in. Who killed chivalry? They need to get their sentence in. Meanwhile, we arguing and I can't get a sentence in. And just as I predicted, here we go again. They always say the hottest love has the coldest end.
You had to change up the game. Oh, the weather is not the same. Now there's only cloudy days. Can't stand the rain.
And sometimes with my makeup, I feel like it's a little bit too. I just go in with my buffing brush and I kind of just put everything together. Fit Me Shade 40 is what I use for the bottom.
It's just not our season. See, it's funny 'cause
Okay.
I never thought this would end.
And now, favorite of all time is my lip gloss. This is Peach Bellini from ELF. They don't sell it anymore, so I have to get it off of Amazon, and I kind of just. And usually I just put it on my hand like this to kind of build it up. Okay. Now I take a napkin and I kind of just here I am. Adama, you've done it again. Alright, so go ahead and finalize the setting spray. And I lied because I'm gonna go ahead with my NYX face glue. Look at it, look. Look at it. Ah! Thank you guys so much for watching, even though my camera has probably died a couple times. But I really appreciate if you stayed all the way to the end. I hope you guys like this video, and hopefully I have more to come.
trying to keep these feelings to myself.